Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice Podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. I'm really glad that you're here with me today to celebrate yet another episode for National Bath Safety Month in January. All right, today we're going to talk about keeping floors dry and safe after showers and bathing, and why this one small habit can prevent serious injuries. So here's the thing. A wet bathroom floor is actually one of the most dangerous places in your entire home. And by the end of this episode, you'll know why water lingers where you don't expect it. You'll know how wet floors quietly increase your fall risk and what simple routines can help to keep you safe every single day. And just so you know where I'm coming from, I'm Esther Kane. I'm a retired occupational therapist and currently a certified aging in place specialist. And I've seen far too many life-changing falls start with just a damp floor. I once had a patient years ago who was really very careful, thoughtful, and very aware of her limits. She used a shower chair, she took her time, she did everything right. Or so she thought. But one morning, after stepping out of the shower, her foot slid just a few inches on a wet spot that she didn't notice just outside her shower. That was all it took. She fell backward and she hit her hip hard. And what caused it wasn't rushing or carelessness. It was just a thin layer of water on the tile floor that she didn't see. Now, that's why I believe that this topic matters so much. Wet floors don't always look dangerous. Sometimes they just look shiny. So, here's the thing about bathrooms. They are designed to handle water, but not always designed to handle people safely around water. So after a shower, moisture spreads farther than you may realize. It drips from towels, it runs down shower curtains and doors, it pools near bath mats, and it can sit quietly on that smooth floor surface. So another thing is that as we age, our balance reactions slow down. Muscles respond a little later. Visions may not pick up subtle changes in surface texture. So what once felt manageable suddenly becomes risky. So let's talk about why floors stay wet longer than most people expect. Well, first, humidity builds up in the room. Moist air slows evaporation. And even if you towel off carefully, the floor may stay damp for a long time. Second, water escapes from showers in very sneaky ways. Shower curtains gap, doors leak at the bottom, and water follows grout lines right onto the floor. Third, bath mats often trap moisture underneath. They soak up water on top, but underneath stays wet, and that creates a slippery surface when the mat shifts. Now, let's slow this down a little bit and talk about real solutions that can actually work. You don't need expensive renovations to fix this problem. You just need smart habits and the right setup. Okay, first, always use a high-quality, non-slip bath mat with a rubber backing. No decorative rugs, no loose mats that slide. If it moves when you nudge it with your foot, then guess what? It's not safe. Second, place the mat where your feet actually land, not just near the shower, right where you step out and pause. That's the danger zone. Third, use your bathroom fan every single time you shower, and let it run for at least 20 minutes afterwards. This reduces the humidity and helps floors to dry faster. Fourth, check your shower curtain or your door setup. Curtains should stay inside the tub. Doors should seal properly, or use that little trick that I mentioned earlier of keeping a glass door slightly ajar inwards into the shower. And water escaping the shower is definitely a fall hazard waiting to happen. Fifth, it's also important to make sure that the floor in your shower is also non-slip. And that means using a non-slip mat or those non-slip decals. They have some beautiful ones these days. Now, let's talk about footwear for a moment. Bare feet on wet tile are risky. Non-slip shower shoes or water-safe sandals can add traction and confidence, especially for anyone who already feels unsteady. I also want to talk about flooring choices. Smooth tile and polished stone are beautiful, but they can be very slippery when wet. Textured flooring or slip-resistant coatings can make a big difference, and this is especially important in homes where aging in place is the goal. So here's something that many people miss. Wet floors don't just increase fall risk, they increase fear. When someone slips once, even without falling, the brain remembers. Movement becomes cautious, steps become shorter, and confidence fades. And loss of confidence leads to less movement. Less movement leads to weakness, and weakness leads to higher fall risk. It's a cycle that I've seen over and over again as an occupational therapist. If you're a caregiver, I want you to listen closely to this part. If your parent says they feel nervous about getting out of the shower, believe them. That fear is telling you something important. Addressing wet floors early can restore trust in the bathroom again. It's just one of the things that can help to make the bathroom safer, along with non-slip flooring, along with seating, inside the tub or the shower, along with grab bars, proper lighting, and good heat in the bathroom. And if you're an older adult listening, this is not about being fragile. It's about being realistic and smart. Smart safety habits protect your independence. They don't take it away. I've seen people avoid bathing regularly because the bathroom feels unsafe. And although you don't need to bathe and shower every single day, you do need to do it every so often. Without that, that can easily lead to skin problems and infections and eventually loss of dignity. No one should feel afraid of something as basic as a shower. Now, here's a simple routine that I love to recommend. Shower, sit or stand securely while drying off, step onto a non-slip mat, use a towel to quickly dry the floor, and of course, have the fan on during this entire time. Now, that routine takes less than 5 minutes, and it can prevent months or years of recovery. So I want to gently remind you of this as well. Falls are not necessarily always accidents. They can be, and are often, unfortunately, predictable events in predictable environments. And wet floors after showering and bathing are just one of the most predictable risks that there is. A safer bathroom doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be thoughtful. So here's the takeaway I want you to remember today. Keeping floors dry after showers protects balance, confidence, and independence. And small habits done consistently can save lives. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks so much for being here with me. If today's episode gave you some useful insights or new ideas, then share it with someone who might find it helpful as well. You can discover even more expert tips and helpful guides for seniors and caregivers at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And if you're searching for an aging in place specialist, visit our website at aginginplacedirectory.com. So come back tomorrow for even more tips and resources right here on the Senior Safety Advice Podcast. And hey, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel or the podcast yet, go ahead and do that right now, because that really helps us to reach more people who could use this kind of support and information. So until next time, take care of yourself and the ones that you love.
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.